Almighty God, we thank you for your gifts, and especially for this good land that you've given us as our heritage, and for the fellowship of compatriots in this great organization. Grant us new ties of friendship and new opportunities of service through our fellowship in the American Legion.
We weren't quite as ready as I thought. Yeah. A POW MIA empty chair is placed at all of the official meetings of the Legion as a symbol of the thousands of American POW and MIA still unaccounted for from all wars and conflicts involving the United States of America. This is a reminder for those of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoners for captivity, the repatriation of the remains of those who died bravely in defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves to this vital endeavor. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And finally, the Declaration, preamble to the Constitution.
For God and country, we
Associate ourselves together for the following purposes: to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, to maintain law and order, and to foster and perpetuate 100% Americanism, to preserve the memories and incidents of our association in all wars, to inculcate a sense of individual obligation to the community, state, and nation, to make light
of both the classes and the masses,
to make light the master of might, to promote peace and goodwill on earth,
to
safeguard and transmit to posterity the principles of justice, freedom, and democracy, to concentrate and sanctify our comradeship, our devotion to mutual helpfulness. Please be seated. It's the longest run-on sentence I ever read. All righty. You sound like a fire engine if I ever heard.
Yeah. Fire.
That's mutual aid there.
Where's that one come? Oh, yeah, Tennessee.
From Tennessee Ridge.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. We have no guests and prospective new members. Minutes. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes of the last meeting? Any corrections or additions? I will stand a motion to approve.
I second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. Oh, let's see, finance report.
All right. Finance report. I did not make last month, so I combined January and February. Finance report. January beginning balance of $7,116.17. We had a couple state withdrawal for $93 on the 9th. Check cashed that we made to Jeff for the coffee. Another deposited a check for Les Walsh for membership. And I paid January and February's water bill, but I want to make full disclosure. Both water bills were late. So they're normally a $70 and it was a $76.99. The first January one was late because I didn't get the bill until after it was due. The February one, I got a call from Tennessee Ridge ladies that the bill was mangled and it came back to them, so I didn't get that one either. So I asked about getting, them not charging us the late fee of $5 and something cents, but I was told no. So both, I paid January and February's water bill, $76.99. We had a couple more memberships that were out, and I did get the check for the Baptist Church for $100 that I deposited in the Jimmy Rock Fund, and we had a bunch of new members that we went ahead and added. So ending balance in February, we have $6,990.19 in our account, not including the $15,085 for our CD balance. Includes $346 in Jimmy Ross fund, $100 more than what it was at the beginning of the month. $70 in emergency fund, $50 in the Never Free Gift Garden, $250 in a new honor guard fund that was approved last in January's meeting, and I just got another check for the honor guard account of $100 that I'll add this time, and then our food fund that is not counted here is at $80, and that is it for the finance report.
Any corrections or additions?
I got a question. When are we gonna figure out how much this, forget me not, unless we forget garden costs, so we can let the,
I don't know. I got a few receipts, and I've lost a few receipts, so I'm probably not gonna claim anything. I bought the plaque and I bought, a bunch of the mulch to plant the roses, so, I'll have to look through, but I'll probably end up not claiming anything, but, I don't know. I know that we're gonna, I think each organization was gonna pay $200,
Yeah.
but I know the roses that were paid, I think Teresa Mitchell bought the roses.
yeah,
The barrier paper that's over there, or the weed barrier and the mulch. I don't know who paid for that, but it wasn't me, so I don't know. I do have a couple receipts and I'll keep them, and then once we're done with the end, we can figure that out, but, I think my biggest expense was, I think it was like $150 for the plaque, and I think that's around there, something like that. But, I do have a couple receipts and a couple I don't have, so
okay.
whenever we decide to finalize it, I guess once we're done, and now that we know we don't have to pay for the big stone,
Yeah.
and we have everything else, I think we're pretty much gonna be to the end, but I don't think Teresa, I don't know if she's got receipts or if she's bought it through the rec fund or the county parks fund. Did they have a meeting on that? I know you're on the board for the parks committee. Did they have a meeting as far as that they were gonna pay for some of it, or?
No, we were gonna have one, and Teresa's been down with COVID pretty bad, and I think
Okay.
we'll probably have a meeting before too long.
Okay.
Okay.
I know the organizations have voted to kind of third whatever the cost is,
Yeah.
but at first we thought it was gonna be like $600, but I don't think that it's gonna be anything close to that, because I think people have been donating stuff for that, but,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I guess once it's done, we'll figure out what we owe everybody, and then we'll go from there.
This time of year around here between January and after Irish Days, you just figure on not doing anything,
Yeah,
because everybody's involved in Irish Day.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
we'll, after the end of March, we'll work on that.
Yeah. She's supposed to bring, I got a call, she called my wife today and talked to her about that she has the barrier paper and the mulch, and she was gonna bring it by, and then once she does that, I'm using my son for that for his community service, so
Yeah.
he planted her tree, that other lady's tree, the veteran over there,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use his indentured servant or his community service to help with that field over there
Yeah.
for the rest of the stuff. So
That's a good boy.
he is, he's a good boy.
Especially when he's getting community service hours.
Yeah.
All right, motion to approve the financial officer's report.
Salute.
Second? All in favor, say aye. Those opposed? Financial report is approved. Herb, you got anything to add?
Well, just, we were talking about the park there, and, it's coming along, we just gotta get done with Irish Days, and then we can get back on track.
You need these.
So nothing to add since our last meeting, now.
All right.
File on the way.
Honor Guard, I
Okay.
can only think of Mr. Kurtz, and upcoming is Mr. Errant. Is the two services that we will do or will have done. Oh, and
Gordon, Mr.
Gordon, yeah, I forgot about him. We got a card and a donation from the Gordon family. In loving memory, Don Gordon. Let's see, just thank you for your kindness and sympathy at this time when it was deeply appreciated. The family of Don Gordon, thank you, Pat and family. And we also got a check for that.
Yep.
And that was in Humphreys County.
That on
You do want that to go into the color guard account, right?
Well,
out
that's,
of our account?
yeah, we do.
Okay.
The rifle inventory's on my desk. I'm gonna finish it up hopefully this week. I've been tied up with other crap. Gone but not forgotten garden. Anything to add on that?
No, we got the barrier paper, the weed barrier and the mulch. We're gonna put that down probably in the next few weeks, and then get the stone from Herb's contact, or use my truck and trailer to get it, and then once we put the barrier down, we'll figure out how we're gonna place the stone and how we're gonna attach the plaque to it.
Okay.
You'll let me know when you wanna go get that
Yeah.
zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Veterans Picnic, 25th of March.
Yes.
And I've actually had a pretty good response on Facebook for that. The return of the picnics is fine. I will not be in attendance. I won't be in town that weekend, so,
Have we already had that in the newspaper?
Not yet. haven't
I
had
don't
it.
think so.
I was gonna add it to, they won't add it until like a little bit before.
All right.
So I wish everybody luck and whatever I can help with, I will, but, I'll be out of town that weekend.
This is American Legion this time.
Can I touch base on that, Glenn, while we're on it?
Huh?
Can I add something to that?
Yeah, go for it.
So for the picnic, we've already got approved $200 fund to go shopping, and I'm gonna do the shopping for that. I'll go to Sam's Club again and do the shopping for the picnic, and I plan to, do the cooking and the prep of the onions and the stuff, and part of the setup. I would like to see if we can get some people to come in and help with the setup. I need one or two people to come in and help with the setup, and then the propane tank we need to make sure the propane tank is filled. And since Glenn's not gonna be here, we're gonna need someone that can watch the 50/50 and someone that can be a door greeter. So them are the positions that we kinda need. If I'm gonna be out cooking, somebody needs to be here to do the door greeter / 50/50 person, and then someone needs to make sure that the propane tank is full.
Yeah.
And I think that if we have to pay for that, we just make a motion to take it out of the funds.
I'll take care of the propane tank, cause I have an extra one, so I'll just refill it, bring it. If we don't need it, that's fine,
Okay,
just
perfect.
bring it back.
What time do we start? What time?
It's 11 to 2 is what I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna take care of putting it in the paper with Liz also, and on the board, coming in town, we'll put it there. But, 9 o'clock is normally, we normally show up a couple hours prior, so I can
I'll
make
be
sure.
here at 9.
You'll be here, okay?
Yeah.
Help set up, okay, and then, we just have to figure out a door greeter / 50/50, person. I think we still have some, do we still have them lottery tickets back there, do you know?
I think,
I think that, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in those cabinets.
Yeah. Still got them. So we just need someone to watch to kind of do the door reading and that, but we'll kind of figure that out. And that's it, as long as we got someone here to help and we got the propane tank good.
I'm also donating, 2 pairs of the cornhole boards.
Okay.
And the, whatever you call it, the bags.
bags.
Yeah.
The bags.
Okay,
So I'm gonna donate those to the center,
okay, perfect.
so that we can use them at whatever.
Yeah, we'll have something out there for them to use.
that'll be
That'll
great.
be perfect.
So you can put that too in your newspaper,
Okay.
thing that we're gonna do a cornhole
Cornhole.
tournament.
And one of our new guys was talking about putting a horseshoe pit out here. We got a perfect spot out there where all that,
We do.
stuff that looks like sand is. There might be something else we could still do that.
Yeah.
Pitch horseshoes. I don't have any horseshoes, but I'm sure we can find some or
Yeah, I don't
buy
know.
some or whatever we need to do.
I thought cornhole was a southern version of the horseshoes.
Well, it is.
I never heard of cornhole until I came down here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's pretty popular. But that's cool.
And if you wanna do a tournament, for either that, the cornhole, or the pool,
Yeah.
do like a 50/50 for
Yeah.
entrance into it.
Yep.
Would be, a
As
fun
long as we
thing.
get someone to kind of help run it, I mean, that would be good.
Yeah.
The only thing is if I'll try to do the cooking, what did we use last time? We used the the keep warm things from the church, I think it was,
Coolers.
and I got
Roasting
coolers.
pans.
I got coolers out, I can bring, put some ice in it and some soda. I might go over the $200 just cause we have to buy, we don't have any soda here, but,
Yeah.
whatever we go over, we'll figure out afterwards.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fine.
But I gotta get soda and then, we'll bring the coolers, I think it was the little cook pans that we put water in the bottom of last time we used them for the church.
Yeah.
That way it keeps them kind of, keeps it hot.
We do.
But yeah, I think we're good.
Okay,
Anybody else wanna come help set up in the morning? It'll be me and my son and, my wife might
I'll-
show
I'll
up.
be there.
You'll be, okay.
I'm out
Bob.
of town.
Huh?
I'm out of town.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, that's too bad.
David will be here.
Perfect. Yeah,
But
man.
I
well,
can't
if you wanna volunteer him, go right
No,
ahead.
I can't believe it. He won't mind. He
Because
probably,
on the
he'll be here.
cornhole, I don't mind, I'm building the cornhole things and I don't mind that. I haven't got the slightest idea how to run a tournament thing,
Yeah.
so.
Well, just,
You can just say cornhole available, they can play if they wanna play.
yeah,
Normally, yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a suggestion. It
Yeah.
wasn't anything more than that.
give them something to do out there, and it's getting nice out, so I mean,
Yeah.
it should be.
Exactly.
Should be good.
Okay.
We'll get it in the paper and we'll get it in the electronic board coming into town.
Yeah.
And, you know, it'll be the kickoff. We already have, that's the Marches one, we already have April and May's, spoken for also. The DAV and the VFW are gonna do the other ones.
Okay. Anything else on the picnic?
That's it for the picnic for the 25th, but I do have a couple of things for the Irish Day picnic, if that's,
Yeah, go for it.
okay. So the Irish Day, the VFW's kind of taking the lead on it. They're doing the shopping and everything for it. We talked about to the DAV, or to the VFW and the DAV, about having members coming and helping, because if we have membership from all three organizations come to help, then the donations are gonna be split evenly amongst all three organizations, you know. I'll be there to help, in the daytime, but if you and somebody wants to come by and help out and wear your American Legion shirt, and we're gonna try to have a little table set up, and we'll have a little information about maybe a couple pamphlets for the VFW, the DAV, and the Legion, and then we can have our, I know it's around here somewhere, but it's a Houston County Veteran, sign, and then we're gonna put that out front and have the donation thing. Of course, all the profit that will be made off of the selling of the bratwurst and stuff will go to the VFW, because we're fronting all the money for that, but, you know, I think it might be a good fundraiser
Yeah.
/ you know, try to get some people involved, but I'll be there, and hopefully someone else will show up too.
Yeah, I'll be there as well.
The
Time to be
booth-
determined, I guess.
Huh?
Time to be
Time is
determined.
TBD still, but the booth, is gonna be the same place it was last time, in front of the coffee shop there. I think you got 2 parking spots, so it's not real big, but we got a grill set up already, and we got, they're going up to do the cooking, or the prepping and all that kind of stuff, so, that's kind of what's gonna take.
Okay.
Take time.
Do you think, Jeremy's gonna have that sign-up sheet to pass around for the blocks and stuff?
He
Because
said-
that's what
He said he was gonna talk to you guys, but,
he never
he
sent
hasn't said
anything, I
anything.
never got anything.
I didn't either.
I'll shoot him a text, and I'll just add both of you guys on it, and just say, hey, do we have a sign-up sheet for the 3 organizations, or how are we gonna do this? That way
Okay.
everyone's on the same thread.
See, that's a problem we have.
I
We
know.
got 3 groups, and those, all 3 groups are not talking together.
Yeah.
You know?
It's,
Sitting and saying, well, we need volunteers.
Yeah.
You know, like last year, David represented the American Legion, and I went for the DAV.
Yeah.
And we not got nothing,
But we're not-
I mean, not that it mattered, because
There's
it
no
was only,
coordination,
you know,
like.
but it was like,
The only time we ever get together, like, on
Yeah.
donate day.
Yeah.
We don't.
Bring stuff up,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, but.
I'll send another text and put you guys on it, and we can figure it out from there.
That'll be good.
he reached.
I don't know what the time is, but it's not, I know that they're gonna start cooking early, because he's gonna cook the bratwurst the same, like the way we did last time. He's gonna pre-cook them and like boil them in beer broth and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
that way when it comes, they're already pre-cooked, he's just gotta heat them up. But we got a different grill set up, we still gotta do, like, cleaning the grill and picking it up, and, but they gotta do the shopping. I think I gotta help with some of the prep work, but, cutting up the onions and peppers and
Yeah,
stuff.
well, I mean, again, you know, it's communications, if
Yep.
they want us to help, they need to let us know. That prep work could be done ahead of time, and
Yep.
then as far as if there's a sign-up sheet going around, people can write their names in
Yeah.
tonight.
I learned, last week, Jeremy never writes down anything.
No. Well, I
So-
sometimes,
He doesn't take
I
any
some-
notice.
If it's brand new, you think like mine, then we're, well,
that's why, since I go to all three of the meetings normally, I think that they think that, or he thinks that I'm gonna pass down the information or pass it along. But the last time I talked to him, he was supposed to get with you for the DAV and the Legion.
Never
and,
did.
and kind of go
well,
from
he
there.
sent out a text and we both replied. And then he says, I'll send you an email with the stuff.
Yeah.
Nada.
I'll
And
ask
I even resupplied him my email.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
I'll ask-
I did too, when I said, oh, you're paying
He
me.
does, he just.
I'll ask about the
that's what he
schedule.
is, so.
I'll ask about the schedule and then, we'll go from there.
Okay.
I'm gonna be out of town today, so I won't be able to help you.
Okay.
Unpaid renewal dues? Bob?
Oh, I was just gonna say that we talked last time that, we could send out a letter, thank you. We send out a letter to folks that still haven't paid the renewal dues for the year, and do an invite to the picnic as kind of a reach out thing, which I thought, so I mailed out, like 10 letters to, members that haven't paid their dues yet. But I'm thinking that it's such a nice, method of reaching out to members that are members, but they never show up here, we never see any of them.
Yeah.
And so I'm just thinking that to go ahead and send out invitations to anybody that hasn't been a regular, hasn't been regularly attending meetings.
So we decided to do the letter instead of the buddy check calling.
I didn't really want to get into,
Okay.
yeah.
So how many letters are you talking about sending out, like, prior to?
Huh?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, we said kind of with the buddy check is what we were talking
Right,
about.
with the buddy check, if you're doing your buddy copies, we can call and then just touch base, hand out the sheet, and then invite them, say, hey, look. We
Yeah.
got this picnic
That might be a
coming
good
up,
idea, too.
we have a booth, we would love for you to stop by, and our picnic's the end of the month.
Yeah.
So are you gonna send out, are you saying you wanna send out letters to the members that
Yeah,
aren't?
probably
Yeah.
another 40,
Yeah.
45, something like that.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
We might get it to meet some of them.
Yeah, it's only gonna cost you the time to print it and the stamps and the envelopes. Cause all those things sort of really cost, so, the time to do the letters, so I think it's a good idea. I think that our members are probably more apt to read a letter in the mail that they get saying, inviting them to the American Legion sponsored, picnic than they would get a phone call from somebody.
I think that some people will get, especially ones that haven't paid their dues.
Yeah.
I think they get a little defensive if you
Start calling them.
Yeah.
Where's your
And-
money?
And I really don't want to get like I don't want to become a telemarketer.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that plays into something. I talked with our state commander, Lenny Culver, over the weekend. And Lenny is doing, if the local post forgives the $4, anybody can come back to the Legion for $25 instead of whatever we charge, which is a good thing. Anybody that didn't pay last year's
Yeah.
can come back for $25, as long as the post will forgive the $4. And he's doing that at the state level. The national is giving him pushback, but he says we're implementing it in Tennessee.
That's good,
Huh?
that's good.
Yeah, it is.
25 instead of 31.
34.
Yeah.
And we've got to forgive their $4. That's okay. I'll to
That's
get
money
the.
we wasn't gonna get anyway.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's money we wasn't gonna get anyway.
We weren't. Exactly. So, put that in your letter, you can come back to the Legion for 25 instead of, for an annual.
Well, I've already mailed out the ones to
Oh,
the
okay.
folks that haven't paid.
Okay.
So the good news is you can inform them, I guess, if they show up to the picnic.
But yeah, Lanny's doing the $25 as
Well,
long
that's
as
a nice thought, because it may be that some of them aren't, because $35 is a hit on their budget. Right?
Well, and that's what prompted the conversation when Lanny approached me about it. I said most of my guys are on a fixed income, and you know they're retirees like myself, and it's just 35. I make exception. I'll do the 35. He said, "Well, I got news for you," and he goes on to explain his program. So anybody that will send that comes either new to the Legion or comes back after an absence is for $25 is
Good deal.
golden.
Next year, I'm gonna hold off on submitting my,
Well, I don't know that Lanny's going to be commander next year.
He is running again.
Huh?
He is running again.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
And Lanny, if you don't know Lanny, he's a good soul. He asked about you. But Lanny's good people, and we had a blast Saturday. We did. Donation of flag holders to post 233. I have not called him yet. My adjutant Bob with 10 was kind enough to tell me who I need to call. I haven't done it yet, and I haven't. That would be one of those things to get into the paper. So I've got
They're supposed to have if they have it it would be next Sunday. I believe they have a meeting the second Sunday of the month is their normal meeting times.
Really, there's always somebody down there.
That's what I'd heard. Anyway.
Well, I'll call him anyway, and we'll see.
Where's that? Where's post 233 at?
That's the black post down
Oh,
there,
gotcha.
Yeah.
or the African American post, I should say.
Did we send out an invite to them for the picnic, or are we going to? I think we should.
We should.
Be a good idea.
Yeah.
They don't have any interest in getting involved with us, though.
Yeah, but
They do not.
They're veterans just like everyone else is
Right.
that were.
We've had a lot from that post attend the picnics, but as a group, they want to keep separate. Just
When do they have their meeting? You said the end of the month.
As I understand it, it's the second Sunday of the month.
well, I'll call him in a day or so and try and set something up.
Okay.
And then
That will be the day after the Irish Festival, but it will be the week prior to our vet picnic here.
why don't we do it then? Nah, I want to be here for that. Okay. Well, I'll call Liz at the paper and try and get her input as well.
You're gonna pass the invite to them for the 25th?
Yeah, I'll do that one.
Is there something we could do for Liz? Boy, she sure does help us a lot,
She does. I don't know, a certificate of appreciation or something.
Does she have an office?
She does.
Yeah, downtown.
Right across from the florist.
It's across from the Beverly Price Forest at the end of the old Bell's building. What used to be the vape shop or the courthouse,
Little hole in the wall, but it.
City
I
Hall.
think they've
Okay,
recently
the one that
changed.
used to be the old city hall.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've recently changed their hours. I think now it's just Monday through Thursday.
yeah.
Maybe we could give her a flag.
I'm fine with that. A plaque that says certificate of appreciation or what?
Cool.
Yeah. Jeffrey, they have flags 3x5 at the co-op made in the US. And she'll give us a deal on them. And they're right now, they're $10 a piece, which is what's been anyway, so. But if you ask the lady at co-op, she'll give us a deal on them.
All right, any other old unfinished business I'm unaware of?
Did
Okay,
you ever bring up that Dickie's issue?
we did, and I was gonna go,
Okay, that's in the meeting.
I've got that under new business. And we'll just jump right in there. Dickie Sykes, approached the DAV and left it in my hands to bring to you. They're wanting to, well, what's the right way to say it?
Okay, well, the Democratic Party of Houston County normally makes a contribution to organizations on a, I guess, quarterly basis type thing. And he, says they done one for the schools and stuff like that, giving school supplies. And then he says, the next quarter, which I think he was meaning, I don't know, June, May, June, July, whatever. They wanted to make a donation to the veterans organizations, but he didn't know what kind of donation could be made. So he has the 3 organizations to come up with some suggestions on what, how they can make a donation to the veterans organization. I mean, being in a veterans organization, you can't really affiliate, you know,
With a political party.
with a political party. But could they donate
Well-
supplies or something to veterans or somebody in need, you know, or
They
a
can.
fund, I don't know. So,
What I told Kathy was, you know, up at Signature, the biggest request is socks, also caps. I mean, when we did a few years ago, we did the American Legion caps
Yeah,
up
they
there,
like those.
and they really did. We had one guy, he lost his and threw a conniption fit all over the place until he got a new one. He really did like that. You know, we're wide open for suggestions. Think about it and let myself or Kathy in the DAV know what your thoughts are. I don't have any problem with that. Again, we cannot be affiliated with a party, Republican, Democrat, Independent, any politics stop at the door, but donations we can take. I
if we
think.
got, if they're willing to buy us something to donate or to give to someone else, you know, a veteran in need.
I think the veterans to the Signature Health Club, I think it'd be a great idea. Because it, you know, the people there, they're, being that, we were just talking about how many veterans they have there, and whether they're part of an organization or not, there's veterans that I'm sure could use stuff over there, or if we know of a veteran in town that needs something. Because we talked about before about the turkey stuff, and you were saying that we were having a hard time finding veterans out in town that actually,
Yeah, I mean-
to say up and they need something, but if we can have them donate socks or, you know, shirts or whatever to the Signature Health Club, or Signature Healthcare for the veterans, that'd be something pretty neat. Just an opinion.
Just food for thought, you know, I kinda like Glenn's idea about, as far as when I come bring it to the DAV again. I'm good with donating the Signature Healthcare veterans, I'm good
Because
with that.
unless we know of a specific veteran out in town that you know, that lives out there that might need something. I know that when we talked about, like I said, the turkey baskets for Thanksgiving, we were having a hard time identifying people that actually needed something,
Yeah,
but.
again, that was poor communication, and something got broke down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Because
did.
I just went ahead and bought the baskets and gave it to them.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I care nothing about it, so I'm just gonna go take care of it.
Okay. So if you've got any ideas other than that, please let us know and we'll bring it up again. I imagine we'll not see Dickie for a while. Herb brought up tonight, the DAV and the VFW have shirts. And he thought of the American Legion and some T-shirts, and I thought that was a great idea. A lot of folks wear the T-shirts when they don't wear much else. And Robert Wright, well, actually Jenna runs a T-shirt service. What do y'all think about that?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'd buy a couple.
Yeah. Okay. What do we want them to say?
American Legion Post 73,
And
Clarence,
that's
Tennessee.
American Legion Post 73, Houston County, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Do we want a graphic?
Well, I don't know, the one the VFW has, I wear it all the time, it just says VFW Post.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll talk to Jenna, or I'll call out there in a day or two.
I was thinking if we had an assortment of them and we could sell them for whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, the question,
$1 each on them or something like
my
that.
next question was, you know, how many and what sizes, but, let me get a price on them and I'll,
Well, are you talking t-shirts or are you talking about the collared shirts? Because we have both.
T-shirts.
Okay, t-shirts.
Yeah, I like the idea of a
Yeah.
t-shirt better myself.
yeah. The American Legion has plenty of collared shirts,
Yeah.
if you wanna go collared, if you wanna go into the,
So you're looking at using a
Going to
local
catalog.
source?
huh?
You're looking at using a local vendor?
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Wright, his wife Jenna, they do the towing. His wife Jenna does the t-shirts.
What color do you want to do?
Red, I think. That is the Legion color.
Like red, not red like the maroon
This is
VFW shirt.
maroon.
Red, okay.
Red.
I'd rather have blue, but that's just me.
Now, that's the other color of the VFW is blue, so, I mean, I don't care. And I don't think it's,
What's the colors of the Legion? Red or blue?
yeah,
I would rather have blue also.
Well, maybe if you're doing all the same logo and it's just a print, you can go half and half. You know, like if say if you're gonna order
You talking about
20.
blue at the half and red at the back, or are you
No,
talking
love,
half
I
the
mean
shirt?
like half of a red, half.
I'm kidding. I'm down for two either way.
yeah, I just gotta figure
Yeah.
out, okay, we'll get the price, I'll get the price from Jenna, and then, we'll decide what sizes and how many
Yeah.
we wanna go with.
I do.
Although it would look pretty cool.
It would be blue in the front, red in the back.
The only other thing I've got, and the Legion is sponsoring a race car up at Nashville Speedway. However much you put towards the upkeep of the car, they put your post number on the car. So I figured I'd bring it up. I won't read you the email the 6th District sent out, but it's just a thought. It's a bit more advertising, although it's just the post number, but it's still, you know, all in all, it's an inexpensive way to get some advertising. If anybody is, besides me, is thinking that's an interesting idea.
Or if they put the post numbers on the car, they ought to be able to take a photo of that car, we can post it on papers.
It's in the email, and the post numbers go on the
If
door.
we did that, those people around here see, hey, our post got on race car Nashville Speedway.
Well, I don't have a problem with that at all.
What's the charge on it?
I think they'll take in anything, so,
Well,
the email didn't specify.
You also can volunteer to work that event. I worked it last year and,
I'm not talking about the Indy race.
oh, it's a different one, it's not the. okay.
Yeah, this is a short track race, car. But yes, you can volunteer to work the,
That's the one that was at the conference. Did y'all go to the conference?
that's the one.
That's the one that was down, okay, I seen that
Yeah.
car. Yeah, I got pictures.
Yeah, and, yeah, that's a pretty cool thing, huh?
It is a cool little thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's dirt track and it's great. It's great advertising, and you're right.
for the Kentucky Derby, maybe we could get our post, branded on the rump
about
of
that.
Florida.
I don't think we could afford brand on that. But the IndyCar race that Kathy was talking about, that's coming up. You can volunteer for it. There is an IndyCar, an American Legion IndyCar. Jimmy Johnson drove it last year. I think, what's his name? Tony Kanaan is driving it this year. That team, and it's a pretty slick thing. So, think on that one if you want. We've got all kinds of time, I think, to get the money up there for a race car. If anybody besides me thinks that's a good idea. That's also in the bulletin. Additional anybody have any new business that I'm unaware of?
Can I touch base on one of the things you're talking about, the shirts? What do you think about if you speak to the lady that can do the American Legion shirts, if she could do some and have them available for the picnic, and maybe we could sell them during our picnic?
Yeah,
I know we're gonna have we won't have another meeting at the time, but what we did in the VFW is where we did a vote that we could take $400 out of our account to pay for the initial charge of the t-shirts, and then that way we could maybe sell them during the picnic time, and then we can kind of make some money like that way. If they can make it happen before March 25th.
she probably can, but,
We could also find out how many veterans we have at Signature. I bet they'd like to get a t-shirt too, you know. Just-
Good. Without knowing the specific sizes though, for right now, if we ordered
Well, if you
some
just order-
large, extra large and double extra large,
Yeah, there you go. Just large, extra large, double extra large, and get Uncle Bob a small and,
so I guess I'll do a
I have
motion.
wide shoulders.
I'll do a motion that, let, Glenn charge up to $500 for the cost of the t-shirts.
there you go. Yeah.
That he can make at his discretion if we're gonna buy them or not, and then that way, the money can be spent before the next meeting, and we can sell them during for a small profit during the picnic.
okay.
Lynn, this artwork you gave me, we put on our note cards, is that what you're talking about? Or?
Yeah, any kind of, I mean, that
That's
flip art is,
blue and gold. If you put that on a navy colored shirt, that would look nice, I would think. But you had to put American Legion Post 73 in white. You know,
Yeah.
okay, I'll call Jenna tomorrow and,
I made a motion for the $500.
do we have a second?
well, I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sounds good.
Those opposed? Ayes carry. Okay, up to $500. So I'll call her tomorrow and, try and get that rolling. Anything else in the bulletin?
Just about, the only thing that I saw of interest is the Department of Tennessee Convention in Murfreesboro. I probably will attend that one so I can report on it, but I'll have to find out from you what you think about this consolidated
report?
poster, because I read it and I don't understand it. It doesn't make
Okay,
any sense.
yeah, that was in the email, that came out. It's just what you've done over the last year, so that's easy.
Okay, but I just,
Okay.
I got one more good for the post.
Okay,
For any of the retirees that are part of the SBP, the Survivor Death Benefit that I'm doing, before you had to, if you decided to join, it was right after you retired. And if you wanted to cancel that, it always had to be canceled between the 24-month and the 36-month window. And if you went past that 3-year window, you were basically stuck for 360 months for 30 years. They just passed, along with the PACA Act, that was part of it, that they opened the season up. So if you want to cancel it, it's up to January of next year that you can actually cancel your SPP, and you don't have to pay for it. You won't get your money back, but it'll at least, you can cancel it and you don't have to pay it for the whole 360 months. But
cool.
I got something to bring up.
What?
It's real quick, you just think about it. Tim Trotter and this Coke machine back over here, I don't know if he's talked to you or Kathy about getting a machine from the Coca-Cola company.
Yeah.
Did he mention anything to you about it?
He has.
Okay, I don't know any more about it, 'cause I haven't talked to Tim. He was saying they would supply the machine, we buy their drinks.
Yeah.
And then in turn, whatever price we want to put in it, those drinks.
Yeah,
We buy it from them and then we make a little money using the machine.
Yeah,
Yeah, we buy it, these guys are just taking Cokes and they.
Wouldn't that have to be though through the county? I
I don't
mean,
know.
since this is a
I
county
just say
building.
that Tim bring
No,
that, Tim bring
yeah.
that up to you.
I don't know, I'll find out.
According to Tim was gonna come up.
the VFW was considering it like a VFW charge, because we hold, the VFW holds the lease for the building from the county. So
I know that.
they were going to, they were just waiting to find out what the minimum order was gonna be per month, and then they were basically just gonna go ahead and find a spot for that one and get a Coke machine in here.
Yeah, free to good home.
Yeah. It's heavy, so I don't know who moved it, but I know who won't be moving it back.
I don't blame you. No, and that's fine.
Are you still in new business?
Yeah,
I'd like to make a motion that we write a letter to our veteran service officer asking him to attend each of our Legion meetings.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
He won't be here, but if we do that, then we can ask the county mayor to see him.
Well, that actually is a topic of conversation. I spoke to Tim about that. He said he's not a joiner, blah, blah, blah. But we do have to have a post-veteran service officer.
That's him.
Huh?
That's what David did when he had the job.
Yeah,
David was a
well,
member of the Legion, though, wasn't he?
he was, and Tim is adamant he doesn't want to join. All the post-veteran service officer has to do is over there. Point him to Tim, but we've got to have somebody in that designated role. And Tim's making it hard on me, but yeah.
Why
When
does it make it hard on you?
well, because I've got to volunteer somebody. If they don't, if he doesn't join, then we've got to elect somebody, which is not a problem. But because, like I said, all they got to do is say, go talk to that man. That'll be the extent of the Legion service officer.
I'm doing it for the VFW, I'll do it for the Legion if you like. If you
Okay.
won't join, I'll do it.
That's fine. I appreciate it.
I think he ought, I don't think that would be an option. I think he ought to be here.
Yeah, I think the American Legion VSO has to be a member of the American Legion, and he won't join because he wasn't, I don't know. He's eligible to join, but that's up to him if he's gonna join or not.
Well, is he joining because of financials, or he just doesn't want to engage?
Doesn't want to
I
engage.
know, speaking for the VFW, he's not eligible to be a member of the VFW, but he is eligible to be a member of the Legion, and the DAV, so he could join and he could be a member, but.
But it's the same reason that he's never attended a meeting when he lives across the street. He doesn't want,
Yeah.
he doesn't want that involved.
He doesn't want
He
to
has been
engage.
attending the VFW and the DAV meeting. He was he
Never
at-
came to a
So he has been at the VFW meeting a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
And from what I was told, from what he said was that if he obtains the meeting, they're gonna figure that out between his working hours and kind of how that goes, so.
Well, I can, to a point, I understand that.
Yeah,
I
but he's
agree
not
with you, though.
eligible
I think-
to join the VFW
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
odd thing.
He comes as a guest.
Well,
Yeah,
that was
but
in the
Yeah.
form of a motion.
Okay,
I'll
we
second
have
that
a
motion.
and a second. All in favor?
For the letter, correct? For writing
For the letter
writing?
to Tim.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll second that motion.
Okay.
Could you possibly offer to pay for his membership for 1 year? As
I'll
long
pay
as
for
he's
it.
a veteran service officer, to see
Sure.
if that would, you know?
So
Is it
I-
40?
Yeah, it's only going to cost us
35
$25.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can pay.
I mean, but yeah, you're right, he still has to
Yeah.
join.
Yeah.
It's his choice if he's gonna join or not.
It is.
But if he doesn't, if we tell him that we're gonna pay for it and we're inviting him, then it's no loss to him except his time.
Right.
And if he
Okay.
wants to count this as it part of his, what is it now, 32 hours?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see why he couldn't do that.
he could. He said he already worked it out with the mayor where if he comes to any of the meetings that he basically leaves a little bit early and he works it to where it's part of his
Yeah.
his time working,
Yeah.
which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. That to me should be like a part of your job duties
Yes. he
as
ought
a
to be
VSO
here.
to the
We
meetings.
shouldn't have to ask.
Yeah.
But
All right, let me bring it up to Joey, make double sure, the mayor first, but yeah, I'll put that letter together and get that to him. And talk to him Wednesday. I'll call Jenna tomorrow. And if y'all come up with any ideas, for anything other than, signature healthcare, with the Democratic request, please let me know. Additional places to place flags on holidays? What church was this?
you're in Baptist.
Baptist Church.
Baptist church?
Kathy
How does-
Knoll, who's their secretary, has contacted me.
Okay.
How does that work? Is it, they have to request it?
Yeah.
Pretty much, we got enough of them we're giving out places now, you know, so.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jimmy Ross one takes care of it, like we maintain them and that sort of thing, but, if a business asks us to do that, I suppose we would do it, you know, so.
I know then I wasn't at the last meeting, the $100 check for was that a donation for the flags?
Yes.
Okay.
They paid for the flags.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And Memorial Day flags, we're getting ready to order those for the cemetery.
Well, that's a separate, usually the adjutant orders, I don't know how many he's got here, but we order about 13 gross these days.
If you ordered 800 last year,
Yeah, we had
it came in.
We had a large supply left over.
You wrote a check for that.
Okay, I'll talk to Tim Wednesday and see what he's got around. I've got a few in, myself that I, take to the funerals, but there are not many of them.
I know.
There's about 10 of them left.
$875 for the flag last time, but they don't have on there how many he ordered.
Yeah.
Where do we buy those from?
I gotta ask David, I don't know where he bought them from.
I put-
David ordered them.
David ordered them.
I would check with the co-op. This Valley Forge Flag Company is the one that's, all the flags are made in the US, and the price was very good.
$10 a pop, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, $10 for a 3 to 5 flag
That's good.
is, that's a
But
good price.
this is for the headstone flags,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but they have those too. I think they have a stand at the co-op. If you go in there and look at them,
I'd rather pay a couple of dollars extra for a flag that's made in America
That's
than
what I'm
putting
saying.
one up that's made in China.
that's
Well,
what I'm
year
saying. This
before
company,
last-
all theirs are made in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah. Year before last, when COVID hit, and I don't know if anybody noticed this or not. A few folks did, but and let me know about it, but no members. I was only going to buy flags that were made in the U.S. So Memorial Day rolled around, and we didn't decorate the graves because I couldn't find flags made in the U.S. And there was a lady, she gave me what, a 4. Our veterans are not gonna have flags. I says, if you can tell me where I can find made in the US flags that are 10 by 12 or whatever we were going, I'll be glad to get them. And that was the last I heard from her.
Well, I believe they're at the co-op. It's a big stand. It's right there just to the left as you're paying at the cash register. And I know, because I had asked her, they have just the flags, they have the flags with a pole, they have different size flags.
And what company is it from?
I think it's called Valley Forge.
I'll look
Yeah.
over there and maybe I can reach out directly to the flag company and see if we can get a deal for
Well, she
Houston
said
County
she'd
veterans.
give us a deal. The lady at the co-op said she would.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
That'll
Could
work.
you ask David how many he ordered last time? If he remembers. And then I'll ask the co-op, I'm there all the time, and I'll look at the co-op.
Okay.
And see if they have them and how much we can get, how much they're selling them for and how much we can get them
Okay.
for.
yeah.
And I'll get Liz working on the,
Flags.
well, she's gotta work on the dog tags and the lists.
The flags I put out last year, I picked back up and after Memorial Day, and I've still got them.
Hang on to them. That's a dozen we don't have to buy. And for the record, Bob, those were Stewart County flags. I mean, those graves you marked were in Stewart County, which
Right.
we normally don't take care of, but I've justified that by saying, but he comes to our meetings, so we're okay with that.
If you didn't want to do that or have flags, the VFW over in Dover and Stewart County does do a flag. They do the same thing that y'all do over here. They might not be aware of those cemeteries, or if you wanna do it, if you just
Yeah,
stop
'cause I
in there, you
understood
could
that-
sign them out, they'll give you the flags to place on those cemeteries and Stewart.
Okay.
The Cumberland City the cemeteries hadn't had flags put out in a long time.
Yeah.
We just kinda took it over because Stewart County wasn't doing it, so.
Right.
Someone probably.
And that
and
was
they
Like
lost.
Kathy said, they may not know about them. I don't
Right.
know. Because originally Cumberland City was part of Houston County. But apparently that would make Stewart County too small to be a county, which I don't quite understand, but we had to give it back from the river on. Okay. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, we have 2 veterans in the past need to ring the bell.
Yeah, well, that's next, but,
Okay.
Do you want me to do a brief on that? Real quick?
if you don't mind,
No, not at all.
Kathy went to DC last week, and represented the American Legion up here, down here, up there. And Kathy, if you'll,
It was roughly about a 2-day event. We went out there, starting that Monday. We got briefings from all the big wigs, you know, like the VA and all the stuff like that. And this is some of the statistics they came out with. The first briefing was from an Honorable Matthew Quinn. He briefed it, for Memorial. This is, the cemetery's briefing. He briefed that there were over 3,000 grave markers and medallions provided last year to veterans. He also stated that 94% of the veterans has a veteran cemetery within 75 miles of their place of living. And he says that the number, only about 20% of them are being utilized. When he says a veteran cemetery, he says both, you know, the national cemeteries or those state veteran cemeteries, which is, grant funded by the government. So they are encouraging people to pre-register and take advantage of those plots. They are free. They also have a website, and I never realized this, called BLM, and you can, for cemeteries, it's blm.cem.va.gov. And if you have a veteran that's been buried in a cemetery and you wanted to see, you could even go, it tells you where it's at, and it allows you to put comments on there. Like if you served with this veteran together, you know, or something like that, you can leave comments on it. So it's kind of a way to keeping their memory alive.
what was that address, that website again?
It's www.blm.cem.va.gov. I went to it, it was pretty easy to navigate. If you know his name or what cemetery, just, you know.
Okay.
And then we had a briefing from, this Mr. Alpha Montoya. He stated that, the implementation of the PACT Act, and he gave a brief on where the legacy appeals and all that. There are 46,000 legacy appeals still pending, which is a lot. They made like 103,000 decisions on these legacy appeals. However, most of them were remanded. So a remand is basically, they made a decision, sent it back to the regional office and said, okay, regional office, you know, continue to develop. Well, what's happened, they don't have the manpower, the lawyers or anything to help continue to develop it. So all those remands is just now on another level. Wait, and no action's being taken on it because they just got put on a shelf somewhere.
What's a remand?
It's like if you filed a claim and you had a hearing before a judge, you've been waiting here 5, 7, 8, 10 years. You finally go to that judge and the judge says, okay, and you testify and they testify and they look at it and they come back and say, all right, VA regional office, you made a mistake. You need to develop this claim a little bit more. So that is constitute a remand. It's not a no, it's not a yes, it means there was errors in their process when they decided. And so, which is great, 100, you know, but if no one's working them now, that they send them back down, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. You know, stuff like now that hypertension's a presumptive of Agent Orange for a Vietnam veteran, and it's on a remand because it took that long. Where
They're just
some,
shoving them around so they don't have to do nothing, everybody's gonna die, and they go, there you go. This has been happening forever.
so that's one, and that's why they made appeal, they're trying to hire 300 new lawyers, the remote positions to try to get these remands taken care of. They said that the PACT Act is expected to generate, the big thing they said to push out was, after 9/11, veterans had a 5-year period where they can enroll in VA healthcare, and whether they did or didn't, you know, it was free healthcare. So they reopened that window, starting effective 1 October of last year, and it'll close the 30th September. Any 9/11 veteran can now enroll in VA healthcare and get free treatment because of the toxic exposures. And they're doing a push, and they're expecting at least 3.5 million veterans to enroll in it. They didn't enroll in it right after it happened.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then, since December, they've had, 212,000 PACT Act claims submitted already. And then the Secretary of Health, he briefed, that they are starting to do priorities. They got 6 top priorities, Veterans Health Administration. One is they want to connect veterans sooner to care. They want to hire staff faster. Serve veterans, you know, with toxic exposure. Let them celebrate the journey. Be more reliable. Support veterans' home health care, caregiver program, and survivors. Prevent veteran suicide is one of the priorities. I guess one of the things they're dealing with on these priority is like they were saying that the veterans who community care, the average community care is 28 days to get your referral. That's unheard of. That is too long, according to this doc. He says that they got to improve that timeline, because if you're using your civilian doctors, or you know, like Medicare, or you know, Blue Cross Blue Shield, you got that referral within like 2 to 3 days, at the most 72 hours. So they're saying that this standard that is 28 days, that is a long time. Oh my God, you could be dead by the time if it was an emergency. And then that led to this other lady coming out and speaking, this Dr. Morton. She was saying that they have what is called the Veteran Experience Office. They stood it up, they're tracking all those surveys you go when you go to your doctor's appointment. They send you a survey, how was it? That's what that data is going back to her office and feeding. And they also talked briefly about that. I don't know if any of y'all gotten those surveys, 1 in a million or a million surveys, stuff like that. They're using that supposedly to help identify and genetics and strands like that, so they can better serve the veteran population. That's what those surveys are for.
Wow.
So that's it. It was a
No.
lot.
It was. That community referral, I don't know, they must be making a concerted effort. I went to see my VA physician for my annual checkup last Thursday. Monday, I got the first call from Community Care. Today, I got the second one. So they're, 28 days versus a week. I mean, it wasn't even a week. So they're doing pretty good.
There's no standardizations across the states.
Huh?
There's no standardizations either across the states. One
There's
VA
not.
don't talk to another. It's like
Yeah.
they literally have to pull records in,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, Tim's been a great help to me. All right. Anybody have anything else? Herb? We are here at the moment where we recognize the departed veterans of our community and post. Those of you able, please rise.
We lost 2 veterans this month. The first one is James Edward Kurtz. He was in the United States Marine Corps, and he passed on the 23rd of February. The next is Timothy Paul Arendt in the U.S. Army, and he passed on March the 3rd of this year. Let's have a moment of silence, please. Okay, thank you.
All right. We'll pass the hat. At the same time, talk about next meal idea. And I am open for suggestions.
Next meeting is when?
First, second, third, of April,
3 April.
I think.
Yeah. All right.
Probably won't have any, go ahead.
I'll bring chili.
Sounds good,
I'll make chili.
sounds good.
Oh, really?
April 3rd.
I was gonna say, we probably won't have any leftovers after Irish Day,
I'll make deer chili, venison chili.
as long as you don't make it hot
It
chili.
won't be hot.
That'll work.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything else? Stand a motion to adjourn.
Goes to your chili pot.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.
All right.
I gotta put that in my